The Dallas Cowboys didn't just make a move, they made a statement. Trading a 2026 third-round pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers for George Pickens wasn't about building for the future. It was about fixing the present. The Cowboys have been desperate for a legitimate WR2 since they shipped Amari Cooper out of town after the 2021 season. And now, they might have just found that guy. Pickens comes to Dallas with a chip on his shoulder and a resume that speaks louder than words. 3 years in the NFL. Over 2,100 receiving yards in the last 2 seasons. And he did it with mediocre quarterback play in Pittsburgh. He's not just explosive, he's lethal downfield. Pickens led the NFL in yards per catch in 2023 with a staggering 18.1. You don't just stumble into that kind of stat. That's raw talent. Now he's about to enter the final year of his rookie deal in 2025. And the million-dollar question in Dallas is this: how much is too much to pay George Pickens? Before we get into projections, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and drop your prediction in the comments. How much should Dallas pay George Pickens? Let's break this down. Start with the comps. You want a baseline? Look at Jeudy. Traded to Cleveland, Jeudy signed a 3-year, $52.5 million deal with $41 million guaranteed. That's about $17.5 million a year. Now ask yourself, would you take Pickens over Jeudy? Most would. Pickens has a 1,000-yard season on his resume. He's more consistent, he's more physical, and he's younger. So that Jeudy contract, that's the floor for Pickens. Then there's Calvin Ridley. He got paid 4 years, $92 million from the Titans in free agency. That's $23 million per year. And it came after a 1,000-yard campaign in Jacksonville and a 1-year suspension. You better believe Pickens and his agent are watching that number closely. Oh, and don't forget Michael Pittman. 3 years, $70 million. That's $23.3 million per season. Before the deal, he put up 582, 1,082, and 925-yard seasons. Respectable? Yes. But Pickens is already right there statistically, and he's trending up. So here's the bottom line. If George Pickens puts up 1,000 yards in 2025, his contract is going through the roof. We're talking at least $21 to $24 million per year, and that's not a stretch. The wide receiver market is exploding. Justin Jefferson just reset the top. CeeDee Lamb is next. Brandon Ayuk is watching. And if you think Pickens isn't going to shoot for the moon, think again. The Cowboys are in a tricky spot. They've already got CeeDee Lamb heading for a monster extension. They're still dancing around the Dak Prescott dilemma. And Micah Parsons is lurking with his own mega payday. Adding a $24 million per year contract for George Pickens? That's bold. But here's the twist. Dallas needs him. No other wide receiver behind Lamb has cracked 700 yards since Amari left. The offense has been too one-dimensional. Pickens changes the entire dynamic. He wins outside. He stretches the field. He forces defenses to respect the sideline. And let's not act like the price is optional. If Dallas doesn't pay Pickens early in 2025, he could walk into free agency as the top wideout on the market. That means bidding wars. That means inflated value. That means Dallas risks losing a top-tier WR2 for nothing. So, what's the magic number? A 3 or 4 year deal feels right. Something in the range of 3 years, $72 million. Or 4 years, $94 million. That's about $23 to $24 million per year. And here's the key. Guarantees. Expect at least $50 to $55 million guaranteed, including 2 years locked in and a heavy signing bonus. That's the real security Pickens will be looking for. Now here's the wild card. Attitude. Pickens has had his moments, flashes of frustration, sideline drama. There's talent, no doubt. But the Cowboys will need to decide if the personality is worth the price tag. Because a big contract comes with big expectations, and if things go south, it could get messy. But talent? Pure, undeniable vertical threat talent? George Pickens has it. And in a Cowboys offense, desperate for a second weapon, he could be the piece that finally puts them over the top. So, Cowboys Nation, we want to hear from you. Is George Pickens worth $24 million a year? Would you lock him up now or let him prove it in 2025? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your Cowboys crew. This is going to be one of the biggest contract storylines of 2025, and it's just getting started. George Pickens has arrived in Dallas. The numbers are coming next. Stay tuned.